If you are a crypto holder, you are being manipulated like crazy, and here's exactly why. There are a ton of things going on in the back end that they're not spoon feeding you. They're not giving it into your mouth with a little spoon like this, but trust me when I say that it is happening like crazy right freaking now. A couple of players have entered the crypto space that for some reason did not pump the prices like crazy. I know for certain that if the market were to just play out the way it should, that these single announcements, I guess consecutively, time and time again, should have pumped the price by a crazy margin. And so the only explanation is that you are being manipulated like absolutely crazy. And I guess we all are. But hey, welcome to crypto, huh? It's most likely not gonna come to anybody's surprise that there are people out there who can make more money whenever the crypto prices stay lower. For all of you that do not know, BlackRock, Google, BNY Mellon, and a lot of other companies, which I'll show you guys in a second, have all entered the crypto space in some way, shape, or form. That's what's going on. But the price has not really reacted to any of these things. Again, we'll cover it in depth in just a second. It is, I think, statistically nearly impossible for crypto not appreciate by at least 10, 15, 25%. And I'm talking about the entire crypto space because of these announcements. The fact that it didn't shows me there's something crazier at play. And the only thing which I can think of here is that they want to keep the price low deliberately, and they want to make sure that they make money on top of us. You have to understand that the majority of traders lose money. How and why? Because institutional traders are eating up all that profit. So guys, if you're into this stuff, make sure you press that like button. If you think you're being manipulated too, make sure you press that like button, and let's get into it. There was an announcement coming out today, which basically said MasterCard to help banks offer Bitcoin and crypto trading. This obviously came as a surprise to a lot of people, as it is said that MasterCard will announce plans to help banks offer Bitcoin and crypto trading, handling any regulatory compliance and security. This is a major deal, and I'd say that this is better than 99% of the announcements that we've had throughout the last year. Funny enough, at the same time, Bitcoin is having a slight breakout, now actually potentially getting its confirmation candle here as well. If you're wondering what trades we are taking, make sure you check out 5 Minute Crypto. A link will be down below. It's a channel where we cover our crypto trades. But right now, things are doing pretty well, and we can surely state that some part of it might be because of this announcement, but there's a very good chance we're going to get burned in just a second. And why am I saying that? Because these announcements are so huge, but it has happened before. Take a look at what we had a couple days ago. This week in coins, Google Cloud, right? So Google basically announced that they'd be accepting Bitcoin for payments in the near future, specifically for their cloud services. But honestly, I don't think it really matters what they're accepting Bitcoin for. They were accepting it at some point. And there will also most likely going to go for Ethereum, XRP, all those cryptos eventually. BNY Mellon also basically said, hey, we want to help out being this custodian for crypto enthusiasts, basically. Investment banking titan BNY Mellon, one of the oldest US banks in continuous operation, on Tuesday launched a custody service for Bitcoin and Ethereum because those as of this point are the only ones which are considered fine in terms of crypto regulation, even though I think XRP is going to be added to this list not too long from now if it wins this lawsuit. On behalf of select investment firms using software developed with crypto custody provider Fireblocks, BNY Mellon has tapped Chainalysis for compliance software and will be storing clients' private keys and providing bookkeeping services on their crypto portfolios. And again, this article states it as well. Perhaps a year ago, during a different economic cycle, those two moves would have moved crypto markets, not this week in the current macroeconomic environment. As you guys remember a little while ago, we've had multitude of different NASDAQ-related crazy crypto pushes or announcement. Here's, for example, from last month, NASDAQ makes first big crypto push to lure institutional clients. Firm hired Gemini alum Ira Auerbach to run digital division, plans to offer crypto custody and expand to other services. And as we stated earlier, this is from 2 weeks ago or so, BlackRock digs further into crypto with a metaverse and EFT ETF. It's a step, but the most important one obviously in that sense was this announcement where the Coinbase stock did this announcement right here, which is when BlackRock, I couldn't find the actual announcement itself, where BlackRock decided to offer these options as well to their institutional clients because there was a crazy amount of demand through Coinbase, and the Coinbase stock did pretty well. And I wanted to link that back to the fact that every single time something crazy happens in crypto, the Coinbase stock does pretty well because a lot of these companies are utilizing Coinbase for some or all of their services. Yet when we look at the actual crypto prices, not that much is happening. And that makes me very interested to see what's going to happen now that MasterCard yet again made this announcement. Every single time I thought, ooh, Yeah, this is for sure gonna put crypto on the map finally for now and forever. Nothing really happened to the price at all. MasterCard now finally put the little schmack on the freaking thing, saying, hey, we too are really starting to we do it now. We can't go around it anymore. And if crypto turns back around within the next 24 hours or so, I am 100% certain, okay, let's say 99.9, always have a little degree of doubt, that making money in the crypto market is all about outsmarting the smartest of the smartest. All right, you might think, no, in a crypto market, you just buy things and it will go up. Well, or buy things because there's crazy, huge bullish news for this. Well, it turns out you're absolutely wrong. Maybe. Again, that's what we're basically looking into right now. Whether or not it is possible to make money on these bullish announcements that logically should be bullish, or if you're meant to lose money because they're luring you into a big trap. Again, it's going to all be decided in the next 24 hours. If Bitcoin sets through with this push, I personally think, yeah, we've broken a major trend line. For reference, there was a trend line that was here for a significant amount of time. We have finally broken through after we've done it a couple of times in the past as well, but we finally gone through potentially with some confirmation. As I said before, make sure you just check out my trading channel for the exact updates and the exact trades. We could have a crazy bullish agenda for the next couple of days or weeks, even though we were slightly bullish towards the downside, obviously, as we discovered on the other channel, because we've been ranging for the Bitcoin price for a significant amount of time. But I'll say it again, Bitcoin right now, personally, one of my targets here are 21,000 bucks, even though you should obviously look at 20,000 first, because that's a major resistance number. If it sets through, the big question is going to be, how long will this take, and will it have another fake out? If we'll have another fake out, even though this news is so ridiculously bullish, I personally believe that yes, you cannot trust the news anymore. You might say, oh, but Dusty, there were some crazy announcements that are bearish as well. Bitcoin, for example, just saw rare occurrence on its blockchain. What happened was the time between blocks was just ridiculously high. All of a sudden, it was 85 minutes. The all-time high ever was 100 minutes, and that is then pretty damn high. Normally, it's right around 10, so to have 85 is very significant, of course, causing some delays, and it's kind of scary. But nothing matches up to the bullishness of the actual underlying thought of this announcement. MasterCard, let's read it again, to help banks offer Bitcoin and crypto trading. Let's read that again, just so it's really good in the head. MasterCard to help banks offer Bitcoin and crypto trading. There's absolutely no way crypto is going away anymore, guys. There's absolutely no way. If this doesn't make you crazy excited, it makes you just load up your bag. Makes you load up your bags, I should say, with crypto just like crazy, then I don't know what will. Right now, the crypto market is extremely undervalued, if you were to ask me. All these crazy announcements have come out. All these major players have said, hey, we're adopting it, or we are seeing a crazy amount of institutional interest, so we're offering it. And yet still people think and look at it and think, nah, it ain't for me. Or nah, there might be a downside, or nah. Even if Bitcoin goes to $14,000, I've said it before, make sure you place your bets properly. Even if Bitcoin goes to $14,000, that might be, let's say, for example, a decrease of 25%. As long as you consecutively buy every day, every week, or something along those lines, you will catch that bottom. But the upside is absolutely way crazier, and for that reason, it is almost imperative just to get some as soon as possible, as time in the markets is way more important than timing the markets. This 25% difference of getting an entry at 14,000 rather than 19,000, honestly, when Bitcoin is at $175,000 is not going to make that much of a difference. If you're talking about some crazy altcoin at the 7,000th spot, yeah, it might make a difference if you bought at 3 cents or 99 cents or so, which can happen in a day. But with Bitcoin, I would say the worst that can happen, again, for my own thoughts, is Bitcoin going all the way towards, let's just pick $9,000. Let's just pick half the value of we are today. But in a best case scenario, the potential is, in my opinion, limitless. It can go to $1 million. I don't think anybody's gonna come at my, well, let me reiterate that. I don't think anybody's gonna come at me and say that Bitcoin to $1 million can never happen. If you're in the crypto space, you believe in crypto, you also most likely think Bitcoin can get to $1 million, or at least some altcoin can take that replacement market value of Bitcoin in the #1 position. Basically, just crypto can grow 50x from what it is today. And so if the downside is minus 50%, but the upside is 50x, yeah, I know exactly what to do. And even though the price might not look as if, it's going crazy, or it might not look as if bullish things are on the horizon again, make sure you understand for the last decade, it's been up and downs. It's been ups and downs and ups and downs. Right now we're in a down, but it will get up again. And more importantly, we are at such an adoption stage where in theory, The price could have right now been at $70,000 just because of all this demand. But I personally believe they're keeping the price deliberately low, most likely because, well, they're offering this to all their clients. And they didn't want to do this in a bull run where they just look like one of the many. No, they want to look as if they've done this at the lowest of the lowest times when the faith was lowest, but also because most likely they'll make more money if they set things up before the crazy rush comes. Understand, please guys, understand how the banking system works. Understand how these institutions make money. Custody, trading, everything relies on the amount of things consumed or utilized, whatever. In a bull market, way more people are gonna come on, hop in. You guys all know it. So when do you wanna prepare? When do you wanna build? We all know and we all agree, bear markets are where you build. Bear markets, you build your projects that can take off in the bull market. In the same sense, a bank or institution, whatever, should build their payment rails, should build their capabilities in the bear market when prices are low, so that when the prices start to climb again, all these people are going to trade because you've already had the system in place. What would be the worst for a bank is to have a Coinbase 2.0, where you basically set up everything at the top of the bull market and things just start crashing down, because then you've expanded. You know, you've hired 2,000 people, and all of a sudden you're gonna make a loss because nobody's using it anymore. You wanna make it at the absolute worst time and hire accordingly, and then expand as the market just grows, which is inevitably going to happen. And you can see these guys are stepping in at the right time. Bitcoin right now is back at levels, which is all in 2017. All right. They know that getting in right now is like getting a 5-year just head start. If they got in about 1 year earlier, they would have had to buy at $69,000 or built this when the market was at the most amount of hype ever. Right now, they're able to buy in and set up in lower pieces of hype when people are very fearful. And so it's in their best interest to keep people fearful until the roads are built. And you might think, oh, okay, but BlackRock should have pumped the prices. The reason I'm saying it's being manipulated is because most likely there's a set rails of companies that are going to get into the space. All right, there's most likely, and I don't want to go too full conspiracy mode, there's most likely either some agreements in place or some logical thinking where, well, BlackRock most likely knows about 17 other companies which are going to set up their crypto services over the next couple of months. And the reason that the price is not pumping like crazy is because these other companies need to set their rails up because it's most likely been discussed. Again, I'm going a little bit crazy in that sense because it could surely be that it's not all been discussed by all these different parties altogether. But it does make sense if, well, BlackRock, for example, has 17 underlying parties that all want to offer some sort of crypto service. And because BlackRock controls, half the world, they are literally making sure that the price does not go that high. Most likely somewhere in BlackRock, they have some crazy market makers as well. They have the money for anything, basically. I'm just thinking that makes a lot of sense. They want to keep the price deliberately low, can make them way more money if they're prepared for the big bull run. Most likely their institutional clients with billions or trillions of dollars also said, hey, we want to surely join it, but we only want to join it if it's near the bottom. And they said, well, we're back at prices we saw 5 years ago, and they're like, ooh, okay. And if they said, yeah, well, if you get in right now, you're at the highest point ever, that would have not really run by so nicely. All right, the sun is setting, and that's also the end for this video. Let me know what you think about it down below. It's just a theory, but my thoughts are sometimes worth gold. So make sure you keep this in the back of your head, thread carefully, and just buy the freaking dip, all right? These guys are doing it too. These guys are setting up for the long term. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you check out all the links down below for these different exchanges, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today.